Okay, here we are back again with more Dragon Age Inquisition, and we're still running around the Frostback Basin. And just, you know, having a good time. Like you do. Killing a bunch more spiders. Like, oh my god, there's so many spiders, you guys. Why are there so many spiders? Cole, why are you not attacking the spiders? Can you please attack? Thank you. That's much better. Oh, another one. Okay. Oh my gosh. Alright, look. Look. I have literally one goal here right now. And that is this camp. That's it. That's literally it. So much better. So much better. Also, I feel like it might be time to switch out my party again. But I don't know where to switch it out. Where's the change party? Here's like my potions and my... Oh, here's the thing I can read. From a mage's journal. I argued with the Avar mage long into the night. If we'd had no truce with these barbarians to fight the Darkspawn, it would have come to blows. Their conception of the Maker is as a child's. They assume he is a spirit, and that we have displeased him because he answers none of your prayers. When I attempted to explain the doctrine of the chant, the mage kept asking nonsense, such as, "Did Andraste have no gods of her own?" Or, "Why haven't you sung up another Maker?" I asked what in the good grace of Thedas she was on about, and the answers chilled me. The Avar confuse spirits for gods, treating them as patrons to be lulled and wooed. The mage described to my growing horror how the Avar deliberately invoke spirits for strength in battle or solicit them for advice. The mage claimed some of the spirits around her village had lived with her hold for a dozen generations, and sometimes took on the form of an animal or departed relatives when they pass on their wisdom. Strangest of all, in the event a god is destroyed, the Avar begin a year-long time of offerings and prayers and rituals I have no interest in knowing about further. At the end of this period, a new spirit takes on the name and role of the old one. I attempted to explain that this was not a god, merely a spirit drawn in by their desires. The Avar mage declared with a ridiculous air of superiority that that was the point. If she hadn't saved my life a day ago from a rampaging Herlock, I'd take it all to the Templars. From the private journal of Ilna Elenish, a mage serving in the Ferelden army during the Fifth Blight. Gotta love those. In-universe. Here's my change party. I feel like I want to put Dorian back in my party again. Maybe I'll do this. What in the hell? No. No, guys, no. Absolutely not. I just want to make sure that, yeah, see, sometimes there's little things around here to read. A good marriage. In a hold past our own, a man named Vermic Torsen was to wed a woman named Cedra Yildsdotten. They were young and in love, and made large offerings to the gods, asking for happiness. The night before their wedding, Cedra had a dream. The Lady of the Skies came to her and told her to tie her rope knots so tightly that she and Torsen would only wed a year. She awoke troubled, but did as the lady asked. Vermic untied only one knot, and they married a year. The year was hard. Their bows missed game, and the winter wind howled through their huts. Vermic and Cedra grew thinner. When the marriage was up, they made large offerings to the gods, this time asking for mercy. The night before the wedding, the Lady of the Skies came to Vermic in a dream and told him to untie a single knot, so he and Cedra would wed only a year. Vermic awoke sorrowing, but did as the lady asked. He and Cedra married again for a year. The year was long. The weather was foul, and the crops were poor. Vermic and Cedra grew thinner still. When their marriage time was up, Cedra and Vermic both had a dream from the Lady of the Skies. You asked for happiness, she said, but I cannot give that to you. You asked for mercy, but the land will not show it. Think carefully what you ask tomorrow. Cedra and Vermic spoke long into the night, and in the morning made an offering to the gods. They asked for strength to hunt and harvest when life was good, and patience when life was not. The year was good in some places and hard in others, but they grew to know themselves and what they could bear. They became happy, not from the gifts of the gods, but from their own deeds, and lived the rest of their lives as one. From Stories of the Wild South, a collection of tales of the barbarian nations of Ferelden by Lady Susanna Ashwell of Ansburg. There are notes at the bottom margin of this page in different handwriting. How's a rope tell you how long you marry? An Avar groom unties knots on a rope that the bride ties for him. He's got until the end of the wedding chant. Number of knots he unties is the number of years they're married. That doesn't make any sense. Sounds like a good deal to me. See if you like living with your handsome new husband or wife once the bloom's worn off. Maybe you only untie one knot or tie them tight like in the story, if you're not sure. I think it's daft. I think you two nitwits should stop scribbling in the book I've got to return to the library. I don't know why that's such a bad idea. There's a reason why people these days, you know, cohabitate before actually legally marrying. Because, you know, legally binding yourself to someone in marriage for life is quite a prospect. Can be quite a daunting prospect. Let's see. I think I might head in this general direction. And I'm going to mark this camp as well. So we might want to meet Colette, you know. Okay, I specifically did that so that I would no longer be invisible. What a pain. Okay, better. Anyway, I feel like meeting Colette might be a good idea and see these Tevinter ruins for ourselves. I suppose I could actually go to this island that I'm supposed to go to. I will eventually. I promise. But that's like the main storyline of the DLC. I don't want to, you know, go too hard on the main storyline of the DLC and then have to come back and do a bunch of other stuff later. I feel like I might be going in the wrong way. Or in the wrong direction. It's hard to say when it comes to, like, elevation. where I should be sort of aiming for. That's pretty gnarly tree. I like that. There's definitely some cool gnarly tree growth in this area that I like a lot. I really like the design of this whole area. Oh my goodness, it's a rift. Can do this far one and then do this closer one. That seems like it seems legit, right? I see we've got a fear demon or whatever. A fearling. Gross. I hate those things. They look just like spiders. Have I mentioned I hate spiders lately? Because I do. Alright, cool. I think this might be another camp up top. I'd forgotten how many elevated camps there are in this DLC. This is fancy. And that's our last camp. Good job, team. Oh, another thing to read. Soldier's note. Some people say Avar gods bless the Hackonites' weapons. Given our run-ins with them, I'd say the Hackonites see it that way. Keep to your patrols, stay focused, and remember to report in as scheduled. If we get hold of any of their blades, we'll want Grandin or Kive to take a look. They know magic. Lieutenant Farrow. Yeah, sure. Anyway, where are we heading? Also, I seriously and sincerely remember, I feel like it was the very first time I played this DLC, and I was probably playing it on a Cullen-Mance Inquisitor. And I swear to God, on one of these camps, Dorian made some comment like, that was like, we wouldn't want you to fall to your death because Cullen would never let me live it down or anything, or something like that. Like... I don't know that I've ever had... I don't think I've ever been able to get him to say that again. And I don't know why. I love that line. Alright. And that's probably where our streams lead. That's more spiders, which I do not want to deal with, so I'm not. Where'd you guys even come from? Oh, here's another rift, so that's fun. Where are we? Oh. Okay. Oh, gross. We're not even dealing with this shit. Alright. Oh my god, how many Despair Demons are there? Many of them, I guess. Alright, we good? We good. Alright, cool. I like that they... I do like that they tried to incorporate more verticality into this map. Not just in terms of like, oh, now you can jump over things, but like in terms of we're actually going to put some campsites like on these platforms high up in the trees. Et cetera, you know? So like they actually, like in this map, they actually like attempted to make significant use of the fact that we are, you know, more vertical in this game than we ever have been before. I hear the dulcet tones of Hackonites again. Amazing. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, how many of these things are there? All right. Let's do something else with this. I wonder if this is where I should be going. That's just a dead end. I feel like this might be the way I need to be going. This is definitely very Tevinter.
The ancient Imperium did like to leave a mark. I wonder how long they stayed.
Was this what Colette was trying to reach?
I don't know, was it? Nigel's Point. I absolutely cannot wait to survey and explore Nigel's Point. This was one of the ruins the explorer Sir Nigel visited on his travels through the Frostbacks. So much of what I've learned of this region comes from his notes and sketches. It's appalling to me how little recognition he's received compared to that Brother Genitivi, or even that peddler of pabulum, Filium a Bard. I wonder if I could discover the original purpose of Nigel's Point. Its ancient Tevinter name, of course, has been lost, but I am certain it was built and dedicated to an old god. I wonder which one. If I could learn this... Of course, Harding gives me a severe look every time I suggest I could just stroll over one morning. She insists it's too dangerous. She worries too much. From Colette's research journal. It probably is too dangerous. Harding is usually right about these things, I've found. Yes?
You may want to see this. Inquisitor! I was going to send word. I found something.
Okay.
This inscription, almost completely faded, but... 2 stood. Felled 60 true before our triumph. A breath in the hunt, and let rest the lowlanders, worthy of the lady's care. The markings and surrounding artifacts date to Ameridan's time. The references and scripts suggest Avar.
Go on.
What's your theory?
I need to complete a full survey and have Professor Kenrick evaluate the site himself. But this may be a tribute to Heron and Orina, Inquisitor Ameridan's companions.
Okay, tell me about Orina.
What can you tell me about Orina?
Orina was an alchemist in Orzammar. It's said she met Ameridan while dealing with a demon, but it's not known why Ameridan was there. Demons aren't common in the deep roads, but they were a problem for the Inquisition at the time. Orina knew she could help, so she joined Ameridan.
Was she exiled?
If she left Orzammar, that would make her a surfacer.
She turned her back on the stone, though it's said she had few regrets. Some claim she was actually from one of Orzammar's noble families, but who can say? She never used her last name on the surface, and once exiled, the family likely struck her name from personal documents. Professor Kenrick petitioned Orzammar's Shaperate to grant access to their records, but the request was turned down.
Okay. Tell me about Heron.
What do you know about Heron?
When the Templar Order was first formed, Sir Heron was among its members. He's arguably the most famous of the original Templars, though he was never one of their leaders. He's better known as one of Inquisitor Ameridan's confidants. They'd known each other since youth.
Friends, then.
So they were close. Friends.
When Ameridan was made Inquisitor, Heron's position in his inner circle was assumed. A few ballads about them survive. The type with adventures and happy endings. I don't know if they're true. They remind me of my brothers, though.
Sounds fun. So, what happened here?
What happened here?
An encounter with ancient Avar, and not a friendly one. Ameridan and his companions were outnumbered in an unfamiliar place. If Ameridan's not here, perhaps someone bought him the time needed to keep going?
But the Avar paid respect.
If this is the resting place of Heron and Orina, it only remains because the Avar took time to honor them.
Respect for a worthy adversary? It wouldn't be out of place.
So how do you know it's them?
What makes you think the inscription refers to Heron and Orina?
It's only a theory, but the age of the markings and surrounding artifacts match the timeline we've established for Ameridan. I found glass fragments in the clay, several with slight veins of discoloration. Blue. Like Templar artifacts.
Templars.
The Templars were a new order in Ameridan's time. Given their small numbers then, few would be found outside the Chantry's reach. It's unusual to find one deep in uncharted territory, unless he traveled here for a purpose, as Heron would have.
What about Ameridan himself?
You don't think the inscription could refer to Ameridan himself?
It's possible, but Ameridan would have been recognized as a leader, which the inscription might have noted out of respect. And a breath in the hunt? Why note that your hunt continues unless your remaining prey was someone important?
Okay. So what will you do now?
What will you do with this information?
Professor Kenrick will expect detailed notes on the location, stone and clay samples, and any trace artifacts I can find. If Ameridan's history is compiled, this could be worth an entire chapter.
Good.
I might get credit on the inside cover.
Good.
Thank you, Colette.
Inquisitor.
Good. Alright, a nice poem. Colette's notes. A series of detailed drawings of the inscription, glass shards, and surrounding area follow a handful of neatly written notes. 2 stood, felled 60 true before our triumph, a breath in the hunt and let rest the lowlanders worthy of the lady's care. Inscription discovered in Tevinter ruin within Frostback Basin, not Tevinter in origin. Script style and surrounding symbolism mark text as Avar. Writing not widespread and holds. Place marked by a leader or augur. Few lowlanders known to be in area at time. Glass in area likely means Templar presence, long past. Samples prepared for Professor Kenrick's opinion. Cool. Right, and requisition. Well, I think it's time we travel to this location.
You know, I caught him down there after. His face went as red as a sunburned nug.
Nugs don't sunburn, you fool.
If they did, Arvid would have looked just like one.
I don't doubt that.
I'm standing right here.
Arvid?
Yeah?
How long have you lived in the basin?
Did I already ask this? Yeah, I think so.
Generations. I was born further north, but we left before I could remember. It was a good life, until the jaws of Hacken arrived. They brought trouble with them. People are expecting a raid, but...
You don't agree?
They seem bigger fools than that, for all their boasting. I cannot say what they plan, but it bodes ill.
Okay, so can I use your boat now? I have permission.
Thane Sunhair gave me guest welcome at Stonebear Hold.
Aye, she sent word.
As a guest, then, may I please borrow your boat?
We would be poor hosts to refuse. The boat is yours. I hope you come back alive.
Oh, we'll be fine. What's this? Is there something over here? Lina.
Runa should be here. Where did she get to?
Someone
Are
missing?
you looking for someone?
My cousin Runa. She's off north climbing the hills instead of helping with the catch again.
Okay.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
Sure. I can go climb up some hills.
There must be something here. There's a lot of loose stone here, and an Avar axe.
They left it here to mark a trail, perhaps.
The woman at the beach said her cousin Runa went climbing. Maybe this is where she began.
Maybe so.
I'd assumed you'd go off to Weishaupt with Hawk, Varric.
Still business to deal with here, don't you think?
You should be thankful. I've been to Weishaupt. It's not good. Carved into a mountain, cold, dour, everyone's so bloody serious they can't take a piss. You wouldn't like it.
Hawk would be there.
And she is quite the ray of sunshine, that's true.
She is. And she is certainly... Okay, where am I going? Oop. No, that's a big drop. She is certainly Varric's best buddy, so...
There, another trail marker.
Come on, I know there's a shard over here to grab. Goodness gracious. Is it okay, so it's there. How do I get up there?
I think our mountain climber was here.
Let's hope she's not planning to trek out to the Frostbacks.
I'm sure we'll be fine. We don't have to go that far. If we really can't find her, then pretty soon here, then you know, we'll just call it. The hell? Is it like way up there? Was that what you're telling me? It's not. She's some climber, let me tell ya. Like, I can't climb all that far. Yeah, I think it's like... Okay, come on.
Over there. Just in time. Join the fray. The fight's a worthy one.
Alright. Here we go. Alright. Hello.
Well fought. I'd heard lowlanders were about. You'd be the Inquisitor from the hand.
Yeah.
Your cousin was looking for you.
Oh, the fishing. I was to help Lena with the fishing.
Yeah.
I must make an offering to the gods first. Shall I give your names in the prayer?
What offering?
What's an offering prayer?
I've climbed this hill 1,000 times. Today, it was as if a wind from the spirits lifted me. I was going to thank the gods with a brace of nugs. That beast must have scented the meat.
You give meat to the gods?
You offer meat to spirits.
The Lady of the Skies sends her birds, and Korth Mountain Father sends his wolves and bears. They wouldn't normally hear the prayer of a lowlander, but since you helped in the fight, I'll speak for you.
Sure.
I'd be honored to be mentioned.
Cassandra's gonna get pissy about it, but...
Spirits will remember.
That generally helps to respect local traditions now and then.
A prayer to spirits.
Is this wise? Sometimes a spirit's attention can linger.
Yeah. As I said, Cassandra wouldn't like... I knew Cassandra wouldn't like that.
The lady keeps the skies, where blows the morning wind. Korth grants mountain shelter, Hakon blooded hide and bone. Take this gift from Runa Learsdotten, and the Inquisitor from the lands below.
I just felt something.
A blessing? That's a good sign. You bring fine luck, Herald.
Well, I didn't expect it to just pop up.
We've been favored. The gods don't always appear. I'll tell Lena this tale. Perhaps a good story will put a smile on her face.
Mean maybe she'll forgive you for fucking up and not being where you were supposed to be? I mean, you know, that's fair. What's all up in here? This is quite an interesting place for an offering, I gotta say. Alright, so I think next time what I'll probably do is take a boat to the island. But I'll do it next time. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.